Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Michael Myers Fanatic back with Q&A round 11. This is the answers portion of the video. Back to answer your questions. And the first question comes from the Skull Clown. Shout out to him. He says, have you watched the new iCarly? If so, how do you feel about it? And if you enjoy it or not? I haven't seen it. I've only seen clips of it. And I'm really shocked to see Carly cursing. You know, it just doesn't fit. But I kind of figured that they were going to take this in an edgier direction. I said that in my iCarly video, that they were going to take this in an edgier direction. I knew it. You know, it only makes sense. Why would you bring back a kid's show, you know, when everybody's grown now? So I kind of figured they would do that. And some will say, well, maybe they're trying to reintroduce it to kids. No, this is for adults. Late teens, early adulthood. So I hope that answers your question. But no, I haven't seen it yet. The next question comes from Black T. He or she says, I don't really know, but they say, do you watch any real creepy, scary stories like the Cecil Hotel on Netflix or true crime documentaries on YouTube? Yes, I do, Black T. I watch a lot of true crime. I even asked my subscribers if they wanted me to cover some cases, and most of them voted no. So, you know, there's that. But yes, I do. I watch a lot of true crime. I try to watch some at least once a day. You know, to watch a case once a day. Thank you for your question. And Skull Clown, thank you for your question. The next set of questions comes from Gorgira Fan 1954. His first question is, can you review the movie Orphan? People have been asking me that. I'll get to it eventually. And then he says, which movie or movies should be remade or rebooted? None that I could think of offhand. And then he says, how would you feel about a cinematic universe created around all horror icons like Michael, Freddy, and Jason? I would love it. Then he says, what's your opinion on Spider-Man? I like the Sam Raimi films and I wish there was a Spider-Man 4. Then he says, how would you feel about a multiverse Halloween movie with Nick Castle, Brad Loree, Tyler Mane, James Jude Courtney, but maybe as a standalone if Michael dies and Halloween ends? I don't know. I want Halloween Retribution. That's all I know. And then he says, have you ever heard of Ed, and Eddie? And what's your opinion on it? Yes, I've heard of it. Never watched it, so I don't know. And then he asked me, what's your opinion on Michael Myers versus a vampire? It's interesting that you asked me that because a YouTuber by the name of Resident of Collinwood, shout out to him, he actually did a story where Michael Myers fought Barnabas Collins, I think that was his name, from what's that vampire soap opera called? Dark Shadows. So yeah, you know, it sounds interesting, I guess. And then he says, what was your reaction when Halloween Retribution was canceled? I was bummed when I found out, and when I found out that Rob Zombie was doing it, I was a little skeptical. I kind of knew it wouldn't be good, and it wasn't. The first one was okay. The second one was horrible. Period. And then his final question says, will your version of Halloween Retribution be the finale like the original canceled script? I love the way he put that. Um, if I got to make my version of Retribution, it depends on the reception of the fans. And it would depend on whatever Malik Akkad said. You know, he's the boss. So it depends on him. Okay, thank you for your questions, Gorgira Fan 1954. The next question comes from Horror Fan 1989. And he says, or she, I don't know, if Halloween 9 were to be made, what would be your thoughts on a Halloween 10? Should it continue with the Halloween 10? Any idea what Halloween 10 would be about? It would probably just follow 9. That's about the easiest way I can put it. Let's say they used my script. It would probably just follow the continuation of my story, which I cannot give away. So, yeah, thank you for your question, HorrorFan 1989. And the next question comes from my favorite YouTuber, Everyday Horror. Shout out to you, sir. He says, what are your thoughts about fanboys milking Halloween Kills videos about any and every small detail? Well, some of them do it to keep their channel afloat. You gotta put out some kind of content. But I'm gonna be honest with you, Everyday Horror. I feel that a lot of them do it for views. That's why they do it. They do it for views. Let's say, for example, maybe some kind of major outlet is asking James Jude Courtney a question about Michael. They might say, what's this new movie going to be like? And then James Jude Courtney will say, this new movie is going to be exciting. Expect the unexpected. There are some YouTubers that will make a 30-minute video about a very small and ambiguous quote such as that. And why are they doing it? They're doing it for views. Period. You know me. I'm gonna keep it real on this channel. A lot of them do it to keep their channel afloat. And I respect that, because you have to do what you have to do as a content creator. As a content creator myself, it is my job to keep this channel afloat. But a lot of these guys do it for views. Bottom line. It could be the smallest detail and they'll make a 45-minute video out of it. And I think they need to stop doing that. I hope that answers your question, sir. And thank you for submitting one. The next set of questions comes from bhunt799. And he says, or she, I don't know, they gotta let me know. But they say, how excited are you for Halloween Kills? I want to see it. That's for sure. I'm a Halloween fan. I'm the Michael Myers fanatic. Of course I want to see it. And if it's good, I'll be the first one to come on here and tell everybody it's good. So, there you go. Your second question says, what's your favorite animated movie? I like that movie where Scooby-Doo had to stop an evil magician. I really enjoyed watching that. for some reason. I don't remember the name of it, but I really enjoyed that. I'm a big Scooby-Doo fan, so there's that. And then you go on to say, who's your favorite actor of all time? That's a good question. Male actor, I don't really have one. And then if you're talking about female, it would have to be Holly Fields. I love her so much. She is awesome. Alright, I hope that answers your questions. Thank you for submitting them. The next question comes from Miles Brown, and he says, what got you interested in wrestling? Was it the storylines, the action, or the over-the-top characters? All three. I used to watch it in the early 1990s when the referees wore a bow tie. And then I stopped. And then I started up again, I think around 1997, 1998. I would watch WCW. I would watch Rugrats first, and then I would watch WCW, because Rugrats would come on at 7:30, and then WCW, whether it be Monday Nitro or Thunder, would come on at 8 o'clock. That was my schedule, myself and my brother. So, yeah. Thank you for submitting your question. And by the way, by 1999, I sort of switched over to WWE. So, yeah. Thank you again. The next set of questions come from, let me see how to pronounce this, Vietnam, I guess that's how you pronounce it. I don't know whether it's a he or a she, but they say, favorite shows growing up, Rugrats, Cousin Skeeter, Sister Sister, Smart Guy, Power Rangers, Buffy, Angel, Family Matters, Married with Children. I could go on and on, but you get the idea. Your next question says, what's a franchise everyone loves that honestly doesn't impress you? Saw. I don't get the appeal of the Saw franchise. It's gross. I just don't get it. I never did and never will. And then you say Halloween Resurrection or Halloween 6. That's a tough one. If I had to pick one, I would pick Halloween 6 for nostalgic purposes, because that was the second Halloween movie that I had ever seen, and it's so close to the original. Halloween 6 is actually closer to the original than H2O is, than Resurrection is. Literally, Halloween 6 is almost just like the original, except Michael is slightly more violent. It has the tone and style of the original, so I don't know why it gets so much hate. I really don't. But I would have to pick part 6 if you want me to choose one. And then you say, what are your thoughts on Michael's mask, originally supposed to be the Emmett Kelly clown mask? Do you think the mask would have had the same impact as the current mask? No. That mask has become iconic because of the way it looks. So no. And then you say, favorite Halloween theme besides the original 1978? H2O. H2O was such a great theme. But then they let me down because that movie had so much potential and they just wasted it. Totally wasted. By the way, I interviewed Chris Durand about Halloween H2O. He was the guy that played Michael, and you can go watch that on the channel right now as we speak. So, yeah, I hope that answers that question. But I love the H2O theme. And then you say, what are your honest thoughts on the Cult of Thorn? I thought they were a bit weird, but I guess, they're alright. I've seen worse, I'm sure. And you say, thank you and have a great day. Same to you. And my last set of questions come from a fan named Sebastian. He says, what do you like about Michael Myers that makes him better than any slasher? I like the story, the theme song, and the characters. Those things make him better. It all comes together to make the perfect storm. Then he says, do you think you'll end up liking the new Halloween films? If you mean newer as in Rob Zombie and then the Blumhouse ones, I might grow to like Halloween Kills. We'll see. But overall, I'm always gonna appreciate 1 through 8 a little bit more. They were my favorites and it's what I grew up with. So, it is what it is. No disrespect to anybody. It's just what I grew up with, and I really appreciate the effort that Mustafa Akkad and his team put into making those films. Your third question says, if there's some stuff that you could change about the new films to make them better, what would they be? First of all, they likely wouldn't exist. I'm just going to be honest with you. I probably would have followed Mustafa Akkad's series. So, I can't answer that right now other than to say that. It would probably have somebody else be at the center of the story other than Jamie Lee. So, that's probably what I would do differently. And then your final question is, what is your goal as a YouTuber? Well, to entertain my subscribers and fans, to bring them the best content possible, and to become viral, to become a legend here on YouTube. So I hope that answers all your questions. I want to thank everybody for submitting questions. I really appreciate it. I hope you all have a very good day. Thank you very much. I'm the Michael Myers Fanatic. I approve this message. Please be sure to follow me on all forms of social media. And you'll see where you can follow me at the end of this video. Thank you.